So let's discuss about Django admin interface. So Django admin interface is one of the wonderful concept that we need to see how exactly Django is provided an inbuilt framework. Basically, inbuilt framework means the interface. Basically, we try to develop our own front end, but here Django itself is providing a front end interface that is connecting with respect to the backend database. So let's see about Django admin interface. One of the Django's killer feature is the robust built-in admin interface that provides a visual way to interact with the backend data. And here, this web-based interface is limited to trusted site administrators who can enable edit, deletion can be performed, and it reads the metadata from your models to provide a quick model-centric interface where trusted user can manage content on your site. And then to establish the admin interface, the first thing is you have to activate the admin interface here. This can be done with respect to what in the installed app settings here, where you'll be including Django contrib.admin, author, content types, messages, sessions. All these things are inbuilt, just you need to check out once. And next is you have to configure the Django template backend in your template settings with Django template.contextprocessor.request debug and contrib.message.processor.messages here. So all these things you have to set it with respect to what the templates. And next is you have to customize even the middleware setting also. So you have to set Django contrib authorization middleware and message dot middleware message middleware must be included. And next is you have to create a models for providing a basic structure for managing a Django project. You can extend them by adding additional field. It means you have to create a database, okay, but it's through the class. So by using class, when you use class followed by class name, and for that particular class if you're going to give the fields, in the back end the database will be created. When user is requesting the data, it will be written in terms of what? Object. So you have to create a database, and that you have that database what you created, that model what you created, you have to run the migration command. That means you are going to convert from Python language to what the SQLite, and for that model you are going to register so that the backend is connected with respect to the front end. Whatever you've added the data, whatever codes, that means whatever data you've added in the backend or you want to add in the future, it can be done with respect to what admin interface. So here you have to register. So just you can go with respect to admin.py files. There you can import admin. There you can import the models which are created, author, publisher, book, and you can register in the admin site, admin.site.register author, admin.site.register publisher, admin.site.register book. And then you can go with respect to the URLs, because URL pattern is very very important, where the name of the URL will be given in the URL of your browser to get the what we call it as the admin interface. Then after that you have to create a super user. Since we are going with admin interface, here we have to create a new username for administrator. We'll be having the super user authentication, so he can manipulate many things. So for that you have to go with respect to what Python manage.py create super user. If you're going to use Mac OS operating system, then Python 3. Otherwise it is Python manage.py create super user. Name you can give. Email if you want, you can use optional. Password and super user will be created. Then as usual you can run with Python manage.py run server, and you can select admin. You will get an administrator. What username you have created the admin interface for super user, you have to log in. That means the same. The first thing you will see is this login page. you will use the username and password you set up when you add it to the super user. After that, you can see you can observe what all the object that is registered in the admin.py, whether it is showing the main page or not. It means here author, books and publisher are three what we call it as models that we have created in the application called as admin underscore add interface underscore app. And in that you can see, you can view what all database already have entered through the shell prompt, or if you want you can register at that interval time also. It basically here the admin interface is user friendly interface. You can list, edit, create and delete the objects here. So you can see I'm adding author here. I'm salutation, first name, last name, email I'm entering and I'll be saving. It can be viewed what all the changes I've done, and if I want to add the author name extra I can add it, or if I want to delete it I can delete it. You can check out, I'm checking here, this is an example where you can check what admin interface what I've entered, whether it is there in database or not. And similarly you can go with respect to books, where you can add the book title, publication, number of pages, publisher, authors. You can add it publisher also, you can go you can add another books also, and publisher also you can do that, name, address, city and then state, provinces. And then you can check out in the history what are the recent you can see the recent action that you have done, what all things. That means here you can see recently we added a book called Introduction to Django and Penguin, Random House, Mr. John Watson, Mr. Jane Smith, Mr. John Doe. So these are nothing but what the different these are the recent activities you have done. And if you want to delete it you can delete it. And if you have entered any wrong message, since it is a built-in, we have not written any code for this, it is a built-in, then admin interface itself will handle the validation for us. And if you, when you want to delete an existing object, admin interface asks you to confirm the delete action to avoid mistakes, costly mistakes. Okay, because we will be using the concept of what foreign key, or because sometime we may use sub and super class where the changes will be reflected with respect to what child class also. So this is about how exactly you are trying to create the admin interface here.